level 40 on both last gen and next gen. So where are you currently stand right now?
Right now, I'm almost to level 33. So.
On the floor for the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
Naka 6 minutes, naka 6 minutes. 6 minutes, 3 minutes. Let's go.
Getting that jetpack. So I can't wait.
Yeah, they live in some.
Okay, let's go. Ooh.
I could be on top wave for sure.
Hey. Good to hate.
We're pulling away.
A beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. And with pregame.
Thank you very much.
I can see why, DA, and I think he's well on his way. Thank you for that one. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. And the wings, Herder and Hunter. And it's Young in at the 1. And for Memphis, Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then it's Brooks. Then there's John Morant. And it's Bain in at the shooting guard position. And Greg, with over a decade you had in the NBA, is there an opening night that you remember most?
Man, that very first time putting on that Knicks jersey. The game was in Orlando. I played 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, and I'll never forget that night.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Jackson. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way.
Keeps the ball high after rebounds. Jackson's effort level on the glass is unreal.
Young pass to Herder. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the
Here's Bain. Capella covering. Bain, no good.
You know, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Well, the backstory of Clint Capella is interesting, as he was only the second player, Greg, from Switzerland to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, you don't think of basketball right away when you think of Switzerland, but the game has grown so much in Europe over the years. Guys like Capella, who might have gone into soccer at one point, are now gravitating towards hoops.
Here's Herder, coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Just fine to shoot. The Hawks again can't hit. Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Grant, the rebound by Young.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Here's Capella. The layup missed. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis.
Ja.
Comes in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Much more than just the perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little bit, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jaren Jackson. Williams, he's checked in for Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Bain. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Herter. And here's Morant. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. And that one's good. Morant.
Inside, Morant doesn't seem to have an obvious advantage, but his moves get him to it.
Young taking his time here. trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Passes to Morant. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
And really, Hunter can guard every position. This is something that makes him incredibly valuable.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Bogdanovich. Williams is out there with Wright. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Gallinari in at the power forward position. Memphis shooting their first free throw of the. That's good from Morant.
And coming out of high school, John Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing. Growing up in Davao, South Carolina.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. No points in the game yet for him. And Anderson gets to Melton. Goes back up. And it's lit up and in by Anderson. Anderson's got the lead up to 6 now for Memphis.
Work ethic shining through right there. Kyle Anderson is someone that doesn't give up on plays.
And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, no scouts grade, looking right past John Morant.
And he did a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulder.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Adams, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. Jackson comes in for Anderson. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Bain in for Morant. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. And Collins subbed in for Gallinari. Melton, no good. The Hawks trail by 3. Wright looking around. Outside Williams. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
With a good feel for the game, Bogdanovich is able to effectively read the defense's pick-and-roll coverage.
Stolen by Collins. Down low. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
John Morant, he's checked in for D'Anthony Melton. And then for Atlanta, Hunter comes in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for DeLon Wright. Now here's Morant. He's got 7 over Young. And another miss by Memphis.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he gets that over. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. And what a career it's been for Lou Williams. You forget just how long, Gray, he's produced at this level.
And how about came into the league at 19? A decade and a half later, he's still an incredible scorer. Longevity like that isn't easy to come by.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Adams. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jackson. And it's Williams in for Brooks. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Now here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Atlanta.
Young against Morant. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young from outside. Here's Capella.
Did you see the intelligence of Anderson on that play? He just knows how to use his...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. Kenny, what was your take?
Evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then it's Morant. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Payne in at the 2. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Here's Young, denied by Morant.
I love Morant's approach to the game. I mean, flying to the ball, challenging everything.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Morant. It's stolen by Adams. Morant against Capella. And it's Morant missing. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Herter passes to Collins. Morant against Young. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Morant. And finished by Morant.
We've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Collins dishes to Young. As we see all these teams make all these moves to bring in big-time talent, but how important is chemistry between those players once they are sharing the same locker room?
Well, it's funny because chemistry doesn't show up in the stat sheet nor in analytics, but it's so essential. I mean, as a player, you need friends out there. The guys will hold you accountable, support you, and some of you enjoy the journey. Yeah, and the Grizzlies used to be a half-court slowing-down team. And you draft Ja Morant, it's time to open the floodgates because he is devastating in transition.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. And it's Bogdanovich in for Hunter. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Young.
And the hang time for Ja Morant is incredible. His favorite player growing up was Russell Westbrook, and he's got the bunnies to hold his own with Russ.
I mean, to me, he's one of the most exciting players to watch. Ja Morant. He's the top 5-point guard.
Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Morant. Young outside. Pass to Herter. And there's the drive. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Brooks. And a missed layup. Hawks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Bogdanovich against Brooks. And here's Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Takes it off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
Beautiful move. Bogdanovich isn't just a standstill jump shooter. He can handle it.
On the pass to Anderson. Now Brooks. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lets it go from deep. Brooks can't get that one to fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Hawks lead by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum. You're watching. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. Lou Williams out there with Trae Young. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. A small forward. Six on the shot clock. Gallinari down low. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And the Hawks lead by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell.
That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Adams comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Dylan Brooks in for DeAnthony Melton. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Lou Williams.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, just want to keep fighting, do your best, and live with the result.
And the shot goes in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And they'll get another chance. Young in the corner. Second chance shot. And no good that time. Morant with some nice D. Hunter against Brooks. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Hunter. Pass to Young. There's 1:17 left in the 4th quarter. Adams, some nice D.
Love to see the defense exhibit some passion and protect the rim right there.
Driving to the basket. Payne, no good. Atlanta leading by 3. Passes it to Capella. Young against Morant. Young inside. It counts.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 5. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Bogdanovich.
Yeah, this percentage from the field tonight is amazing. He hasn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Atlanta calls timeout. They're leading by 5. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Young is double. 29 seconds left to play here in the 4th. To shoot. It's hauled in by Adams. Now a They're down by 5. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
Kevin Herter.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Laces one from 3.
A true playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Sleep on Brooks' vision.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball. Just look those last seconds away.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
You got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here. And he just...
And Grant, no shortage of athleticism on display tonight. Something you'd know a little bit about.
Well, you know, BA, in my younger days, I might have caught a few guys, but maybe we'll see a few highlights tonight, too.
Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Young and Herter, the 1 and the 2. Collins at the 4 with Capella at center. And it's Hunter in at the 3. Now here's Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer, Brooks. Hunter with some nice D. Outside Young. Over Brooks. Young can't hit.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down. You know, one of the things that makes Ja Morant so special is his ability to drive and finish with either hand. A natural righty, but he actually prefers going left.
Here's Young after the basket by Memphis. Herter with it. High post Young. Shoots over Morant. Can't get the tip in. And Smitty, you look at Ja Morant's numbers. He's even better finishing with his left hand.
It's special because around the rim, you don't know whether he's going to finish with his right or left. He makes it look so easy. Also passing. He can throw lobs and make hook passes with either hand. As a floor general, that's a tremendous asset.
And Atlanta has possession. Following the bucket by the Grizzlies, Young misses. Just over a minute and a half in. Hunter against Brooks. Morant pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. Don't come across them that often.
And Young, here we go. Shoots over Jackson. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Count that bucket. Here's Morant. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter here. And the dunk by Jackson.
Great vision by Ja Morant. Has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
Young against Jackson. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson.
I can't believe he hasn't hit a shot all period. Someone else needs to step up and help close the gap.
And then Morant with the dunk.
Trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
Here's Young. Count it.
He was cold, but that basket might get him going. 1 for 6 now.
Young against Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
I want to shy away from physicality. Ja Morant just goes about his business.
And there's the lob. And it's Capella with the jam.
Look at that athletic play by Clint Capella, leaping up with enough airtime to grab it and slam it.
And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 6. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
Another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the ball and piling up the assists.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. Lou Williams out there with DeLon Wright. Then there's Okongwu. Then it's Danilo Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward.
And of course, Canadian-born Brandon Clark grew up in Phoenix. He played at San Jose State, then transferred to Gonzaga. A few stops on his way to the association. Just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Memphis leading. Morant, the pass to Clark. Back to Morant. Into the lane. And then Morant with the dunk.
You've got to be faster than that to beat Ja Morant to the spot. He's too explosive.
And dual citizenship for Brandon Clark. Canadian and the U.S. That Canadian national team is looking to be a force.
And don't forget, his father is Jamaican, so who knows? Bottom line, he's got some options when it comes to international play. And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
And the Grizzlies call time here. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Adams checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Anderson. Brooks, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Bane in for Ja Morant. Brooks outside. Pass to Melton. And here's Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 6 points.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Bogdanovich passes to Gallinari. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Williams finds Wright. Shot clock at 6.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Melton outside. Pass to Brooks. Here's Jackson. Over Wright. And they get it back. It's stolen by Wright. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gallinari's shot is off. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's Brooks. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Williams against Melton. Outside, Williams. And so it's Memphis finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Memphis did not hesitate to set the pace. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they strung together some excellent possessions early. They came on it.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
This whole first half looked like a highlight reel. Rising up and just owning the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Jackson Jr. and Adams together inside. Ja Morant is out there with Desmond Bane. And it's Brooks in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Young misses. Well, Memphis shooting an unreal 69%. Really special stuff here.
You know, well, growing up in a basketball family, Ja Morant's father and mother both hooped. His dad even played some pro ball. And when Ja was old enough, he trained him to follow in his footsteps.
Man, that That's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense now.
Capella with it, guarded by Morant, and it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul, and now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
And Atlanta has possession. It's a 10-point game. Here's Capella. Oh, Brooks with the steal.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. They'll pin that one on John Collins. And the training sessions with Ja and his father T became the stuff of legends. Smitty, out on that concrete court, they built in the backyard.
Ooh, I can imagine that hot South Carolina sun beating down on you, jumping on big tires to get his bounce. His dad never took it easy on him. He wanted to prepare him for the fire of competition.
And that one falls for Jackson.
Jaren Jackson, I think about his mobility on the defensive end. He can dart out to the perimeter shooters and recover to the paint better than most guys his size.
Pass to Hunter. Lets the three fly. Fires in the triple. Hunter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Melton finds Jackson. Back to Melton. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Left side. Collins. Now here's Herter. Collins outside. Young from long range. Hits the three-pointer. Young's got 5 points.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
To the paint. Here's Jackson. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Collins. To the inside. Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Collins. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Good momentum. 8 straight points. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Herter. Inside. Here's Young. And he can't make that one in. Here's Melton. Pass to Brooks. 2 on the clock. He takes it in, and he takes it up, and lays it in. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Getting hit on that shot there, but Dylan's dirt allows him to play right through it.
And so it's Memphis closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. More 2K action in just a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. It's Okongwu and Capella at the 4 and the 5. In the backcourt, Young and Bogdanovich. And it's Gallinari in at the small forward position. Here's Bain with the drive. The shot no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Bogdanovich. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
There's the awareness from Gallinari. He just has a great feel for where the defense is vulnerable.
Moran against Young. Shot from the mid-range. And that one's long. The Hawks trailing. Doesn't go for him.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Anderson drives.
On the drive, Anderson won't blow by you, but he'll find a way to get his shot.
Moran against Young. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Moran against Young. Now here's Moran. He's closely guarded. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Adams comes in for Anderson. And it's Brooks in for Melton. Hunter's checked in for the Hawks. We've gone about 1.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. Back to Bain. Pass to Adams. Outside for Moran. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Jackson. That shot is off. And it'll be the Hawks taking it the other way. Bogdanovich from long range. That's it. Coming off an assist from Young.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space. You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Contested shots and block shots. That's been their bread and butter defense. Has been giving up no easy looks.
I'll tell you something else. The points they've scored on the fast break tonight have been a major factor.
John Collins checked in for the Hawks. And that one misses.
You know, in most NBA drafts, John Morant would have gone #1 overall, but not in a draft with Zion, at least not at the time.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. They get it back. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're behind by 6. 50 seconds left to play in the fourth. Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Young against Moran. knocked it in off the glass.
This is why he has the ball. Ja Morant, he loves to deliver in these moments.
Young, the pass to Hunter, to the right side. Collins against Jackson. High post Young. Bogdanovich on the wing. Off target from outside. And now we've got an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Memphis, Ja Morant. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Let's go with a 3. And the miss. And so the Grizzlies take the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian.
2 very athletic teams here, Greg. A game that's sure to produce a lot of highlights.
And makes me think of Stacey Young, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside.
Now, here is Young. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. And the wings, Herter and Hunter. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. And it's Young in at the point. Pass to Collins. 5 on the clock. Over Morant. Shot by Collins, no good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
They grabbed her on this. To the wing on the left. Jackson against Hunter. Off for the new shot clock. Capella. And at last, they get one to fall.
Just has a no. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Jackson. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Over Young. Adams trying to free himself up. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Brooks.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Passes up to Capella. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. We'll make it a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Hawks. Bogdanovich. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Young. Morant with some nice D. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. In his first game after starting in the 2020 All-Star Game, Trae Young had an incredible night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the 4th youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trae's performance, he did it against Coach Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat, one of the top defensive teams in the league.
Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Collins. Hunter against Brooks. Collins kicks to Bogdanovich.
He's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Morant looking around. And that one is off. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Gallinari is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Okongwu. Then it's Williams. And it's Wright in at the point. Now here's Wright. After the miss from Kyle Anderson. Wright, the pass to Gallinari. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. Grizzlies with the rebound. Here's Anderson driving the lane, and Anderson slams it in.
Anderson has those long strides anytime he's in the open court. A difficult player to guard when he's going to the rack.
Okongwu kicks to Williams. The 10-footer. No good off the back of the rim. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to Miami. Here's Melton. Good for the basket, starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And how's that? Floor move, the killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Mark against Gallinari. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's covered closely. Lays it up off the glass. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the game. And here we are, opening night. Brett, do you have some special memories from an opening night you played in?
Man, I'm fired up, Kevin. Opening night. I hope you're excited. I know you are. I remember back in 1995, those many years ago, we had played against the Phoenix Suns, and they at the time had a player that said something during a free throw when the arena was completely quiet. Clippers against Suns. I can't repeat it in this broadcast, but at the commercial break, Kevin, I'll share it with you. But thank you for reminding me of it.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. Jackson comes in for Anderson. Brooks checked in for Williams. And it's Bain in for John Morant. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off. He just didn't get there quick enough.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Hunter's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Wright. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. Second, the Grizzlies.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
Here's Bain. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Adams finds Brooks. No good off the front iron.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And that one drops.
Herder also comfortable getting physical and scoring against the defense, not just showing that he shoots it.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Jackson. Over Collins. And it's John Collins with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 4. Young up top. Brooks covering. Young outside. Long pass to Capella.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies out in front, up 2. And we'll be back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They led by 2 after the first.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Memphis leading. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Bane in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And it's all about the release when you shoot.
Outside Collins. He dishes it to Young. Back to Collins. Goes up on the block. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. To the middle. Here's Bane. It's rebounded by Herter. The Hawks shooting for the game at 42%.
And you have to love how eager Kevin Herter is to make an impact for his team.
The roles that he plays, GA, are quite special. I mean, he is a good shooter, but last year we saw a lot of growth in his playmaking ability. He's able to stay on the floor and defend guys in his position. So he has a great IQ on that end of the floor, and his game continues to grow.
Herter passes to Collins. A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Young's shot is off. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. The lead is 2. Out to Brooks. Here's the 3. No good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Young pass to Capella. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting for them.
Jackson misses. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out. Back to Bogdanovich. 52 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Young with no one around. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Young's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Melton. To the paint. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", that little nasty in it.
Young passes to O'Connell. Back to Young. It's stolen by Adams. Brooks against Bogdanovich. Now here's Brooks. Not a lot of room. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Gallinari kicks to O'Connell. Young for 3. Off on that one.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Hawks lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
The way to break down the defense with the handle, you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Wright. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Williams. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. Here's Jackson. Anderson in the post. Gallinari on him. The offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Okongwu. To the inside. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He gets it in there.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
The pass to Bogdanovich.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And it's Morant missing. The Hawks leading by 3. Gallinari dishes to Wright. Bogdanovich up top. He's guarded by Melton.
Bogdanovich plays with a ton of confidence. And there's good reason for it. Over the last 4 seasons, he's performed so consistently well. Really raised the eyebrows about how talented this big guy can be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Steven Adams comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Dylan Brooks in for DeAnthony Melton. And then for Atlanta, John Collins. He's checked in for Gallinari. Hunter comes in for Williams. Young is subbed in for DeLon Wright. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. To the left wing. Now, here's Okongwu. Defense is right there. And that one's good. Hunter.
Well, pretty good setup from the team there as Hunter's able to focus in on that one.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're ahead by 4. 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the new balance play of the game. Clint Capella.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He told us guys, this is it. We need one final push here. Everyone working together. Let's go get these guys. Also talking about making smart plays with the ball. Kevin, you can't have any mistakes at this point in the game.
Thank you, David. Kevin Herter. He's checked in for Bogdanovich. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Morant passes to Jackson. Hunter with some nice defense. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Now Young. Popped up there for Collins. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
At the line for minutes, John Morant taking 2 shots.
And both of these
Let's
teams
go.
are winning the battle of the boards.
I'm away.
Think of ferocious rebounders from your era. Who comes to mind?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think of Dennis Rodman, Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard, 3 of the best all-time rebounders.
Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Young and Herter, the 1 and the 2. At the forward slots, Hunter and Collins. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot.
Nice D-Joy.
Herter can't hit. Brooks against Young. 13 feet out. And it's Brooks missing.
Rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Down low. Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
The contact wasn't going to hold Collins down. He explodes into it and finds the shot.
You know, Grant, it seems like Collins is one of those guys you can depend on for a 2010 stat line just about every night.
Yeah, he's a double-double machine. He's as consistent as they come offensively, and with his hustle, his rebound numbers are never lagging.
Count it. Good.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
Young, the pass to Collins. Up top, Young. Adams covering. Pass to Capella. Over Moran.
Nice dig.
Capella can't get it to go.
That's a great D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Payne. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the floor. Oh, stolen by Morant. Jackson on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass.
Inside Jackson is just so effective. His natural abilities gives him the edge over the defense.
Young, the pass to Collins. Back to Young. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Capella, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Clark is checked in for Adams. Anderson comes in for Jackson. Williams is checked in for Brooks. And it's Melton in for Payne. Williams' shot is good.
This is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Back to Young. Pass to Bogdanovich. Yes, it's good.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Outside Morant. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Missed inside.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Young way outside. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. It's a tie game in Memphis. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. We've got Danilo Gallinari. DeLon Wright is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovich. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, down low. And he's one of those stat sheet stuffers. Kyle Anderson at 6'9", gives you rebounding, playmaking, Grant, a little bit of everything.
I mean, the combination of size with skill is what makes him special. And his wingspan helps him impact the game in so many ways.
Memphis trailing here. Outside Morant. There's the drive. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Shows great imagination offensively. Morant has so many tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Okongwu. Now Williams. Oh, there's the alley. Hammers the lob through.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Anderson with it. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And he gets it to go.
I like seeing Anderson look to capitalize from there, showing that nice soft touch on that shot.
Right, the pass to Gallinari. Bogdanovich with it. Knocked loose. Gallinari with it. And Melton picks him up defensively. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Okongwu. That shot missing. Good D by Clark. Another shot. The kick out to Williams. They shoot again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rock inside and convert.
And the Grizzlies call time here.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Big group substitution here for Memphis. Adams checked in for Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Anderson. Brooks, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Bain in for Ja Morant. Now here's Brooks. Stolen by Collins. And now the Hawks on the break. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And good whistle.
And he drops the first. And so he hits both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Pass to Bain. Ooh, some solid defense from Herter. The Hawks leading. Hunter passes to Young. Drives to the hoop. Up and over Brooks. He drains Allen after 2 misses. 1 for 3.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Hunter against Brooks. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And this guy's a gamer. Brooks, I mean, you have to admire how competitive he is, even amongst aggressive coverage.
Young finds Collins. To the inside.
Slams it down. An energetic finish from Capella. For a big man, he's got some nasty thoughts in his arms.
Hunter against Brooks. Takes a 3. It's not going to go for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And Grant, you played almost 2 decades in the league. What do you think some of the biggest highlights in your career were?
Really just, playing on some great teams with great players, the relationships, the experiences. I didn't win an NBA championship, but I am more than blessed with having an incredible 19-year career.
Jackson Jr. and Adams together inside. Desmond Bain is out there with Ja Morant. And it's Brooks in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
With good anticipation and instincts, Jackson, he's established himself as a quality shot blocker.
Adams against Young. Good work there as he goes.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And see, Webb, you look at Desmond Bain out of college, an NBA-ready physique right out of the gates.
His game is NBA-ready. He's played significant minutes already. He's an environment to bring him already.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Here's Morant. And Collins with the big block.
You can't sleep on Collins' long arms when he's defending you. He'll swat you down all day with that long reach. They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
And that one. Morant's got his second basket.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, that's all about feel.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, and one thing that impresses me about Ja Morant is the leadership he exhibits. He loves the game, plays with toughness, and the results speak for themselves.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Melton's checked in. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. Memphis, 4th. Number 5, the Hawks.
And both of these teams really impressed when it came to rebounding the ball last year. That level of physicality and hustle is always great to see.
It's Williams, high post. Jackson on it. Williams misses. And Chris, the drafting of Moran has accelerated the Grizzlies' rebuild. Even as they've gone young, they've remained competitive.
He's the face of the franchise, and I think his maturity and humility, along with their other guys, is helping to keep this Memphis team on track.
Pass to Okongwu.
Nice D, Adams.
Oh, the swat by
Nice
Adams.
D, Adams.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the refs on the block charge call.
Anderson's checked in for Adams. And Melton, here we go. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Hawks have gotten 0 shots to go out of 6 attempts. Williams finds Gallinari. Now Williams. Shoots over Melton. Here's Gallinari. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Here's Melton. And he sinks the 11-footer.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Outside Bogdanovich. On the clock. This one for 3. He can't get that one far.
Sabi na lang doon. Boom.
3/4 of play and a close one here. Hawks ahead, leading by 1. And a chance now to hear Nate McMillan talking to his team moments ago. Good, right here. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for the Hawks. In the backcourt, Young and Bogdanovich. Collins at the 4 with Capella at center. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position.
A nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
Outside, Anderson. Back to Moran. Takes it inside. Basket's good.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
The Hawks leading. Here's Young. From behind the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Melton. On the wing, Bain. Defended by Bogdanovich. Outside Moran.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Jackson. To take the lead. That one doesn't drop. And it'll be the Hawks taking it the other way. Outside Hunter. Pass to Capella.
Ay, patay.
41 left in the game. Bogdanovich. That's good. His 3 ball as well.
Bogdanovich shoots a good number of these because of how accurate he is.
And the Grizzlies call time here. They trail by 4. And there's 1:38 left in the 4th. Adams checked in for Memphis. Brooks comes in for Melton. Herder's checked in for the Hawks. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He told them he likes what he's seeing inside. He was saying, quote, stay on the attack. Getting to the rim is working for us right now. Attack until they stop us. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. And he's going for the
nice D.
Nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Inside, to tie it up.
Shot na.
And he lays it up and in.
Defense down.
No moment is too big for Moran.
Atlanta's gone 1 for 2 from deep in this 4th quarter. Moran against Young. Unable to get
nice, sige. Ulal.
Gone 3 of 4 in the 4th.
Ano, na-switch ko, 3 ako. Isa. Ayo dali ah. Datang ke Adams. Nah. Okay. What's up? Uy.
Here's Bane to take the lead. Oh, nails the triple.
Great to see guys who don't back down under
Gaya mo din. Natin playing gitawag dahil.
Confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're trailing by 3. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Dala na ko. Respect. Dala tayo. Bilhin na yung madali. Kung ano to, Archie.
Unbelievable offensive performance from him. I mean, it's been crazy fun to watch him just go off. I mean, the defense had no chance. He just kept scoring over and over again.
Capella.
Nice D, Moran. Nice D, Moran. Ay, patay.
And he buries it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. The Grizzlies on offense. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead.
Nice, Adams rebound. Adams!
That's why you have to stop working in the paint. And the Hawks call time here. Trailing by 3. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
One stop pa, one stop. One good D.
26 seconds left in the fourth.
Ay, patay na block. Oh, wow. Natras.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis.
Down.
And here's Morant.
Ayaw lang kacambay ha. Ayaw lang kacambay. Ayaw.
But the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so the big win by
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose.
Ini mas paring. Dapat.